Earlier we talked about multiplying numbers that are single-digit numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 9, and multiplying them with numbers that are multiples of 10, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60, so on and so forth. I found a cool app online that's going to help us practice this. The first thing that you're going to do is go to Google, and you're going to Google iTools base 10 blocks. The first link that pops up is on thinkcentral.com. This is for K through 6, and this is a really cool tool that's going to help you learn how to multiply and use base 10 blocks in order to multiply numbers in a way that we wouldn't be able to do if we were working with regular base 10 blocks. So we're going to click on this app. Let's move this over just so we can see it a little bit better. And we're going to explore what this app can do. It can show or compare numbers. It can add. It can subtract, multiply, or divide. And in this case, we want to multiply numbers. Multiplying, as we know, is repeated addition. The repeated addition of certain numbers. And let's just start with something easy to walk us through this. We want to find what 5 groups of 2 equals, or in other words, 5 times 2. So the groups, we want to know 5 groups of 2. We can change the number of groups right here by either typing it in or clicking the arrow. 5 groups of 2, like we said. As you see right here, there's a 0 here. And this number down here will only change once you've added a 10, a 1, a 100, or a 1,000 to it, as you see. See, a 1,000, 5 times 1,000. You can erase the last block that you placed by clicking this eraser up in the top left-hand corner. So we're going to get rid of that. And like I said, we want to find what 5 times 2 equals. You click the ones, since 2 would be in the ones place. 5 times 2. And we're going to line it up nice so we can see all of these placed. So let's add these together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total cubes. If we click multiply, what it'll do is it'll line it up nice so we can count it all out or look at it in a different way. When you click multiply, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 10 of these little cubes. If we regroup them, it will turn itself into one of these base 10 strips. Now we obviously know how to multiply with those numbers, but we're going to work with something a little bit more difficult. We're going to work with multiplying numbers like 0 all the way up to 9 with numbers that are multiples of 10. So the first problem that we're going to work with, let's work with something easy. We want to find 2 groups of 50 as opposed to 2 groups of 5. Now, since we're working with a number that has a digit in the tens place, we're going to be placing base 10 strips or strips of 10 in this little area. So we're going to click in this white space. We click it once, and you see the 0 changes to a 10. We click it twice, it changes to a 20 because 2 of these 10 strips equal 20, or 10 plus 10 is 20. In other words, 10 times 2 is 20. So on with 30, 40, 50. We have 50 total cubes, or 5 strips of 10. When you multiply them, it again lines it up nice for you. But we can again regroup this, and look what happens. It turns it into a 100 block. There are 100 cubes inside of this square. And you can check your answer. I see 100 since with this equals 100 and there's no cube or strip left over. And when we check it, click this check, it says you got it. In order to start over, let's click this and work on something even more difficult. Let's say we want 9 groups. I understand this is a little difficult compared to the other ones, but let's say we want 9 groups of 30. So counting all these out would be a bit of a pain. And this is obviously just a way to help you. You can actually count all of these out, but we have 10, 20, 30, and we want to multiply 9 groups of 30. And it lines it up in a nice array for us. We have 1, 2, 3 rows, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 columns going up and down. When you regroup it, you have to click regroup. See, there are not enough blocks to regroup, but you have to click regroup every time if you want to regroup it. We have 100, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, and 270. Let's see if this is correct. 9 times 30 equals 270, or 30 times 9. And when we check it, we have the correct answer. You can try this with any number, but we're just going to be working with numbers from 0 to 9 multiplied by numbers that are like 10, 20, 30, 40, or other multiples of 10. And give it a try and see what you can come up with.